Hi, Tyler. My name is Emily Sterling. I'm your VR counselor for today.
Okay.
Is it okay if we talk about some of your job goals today?
Sure, what I really want to do is become a game designer and make and sell games. I feel like that's the profession that I really want to be in. I like it, I find it very interesting, and that's what I've decided so far for my future profession.
Okay. What experience do you have so far with maybe video game development or computer stuff?
Well, right now I really don't have any experience in that profession. I do plan to try to go to UVU. I know there's some things that I need to do before I can do that. But as far as like testing video games or having any experience with video games, I really don't have any as of yet.
Okay. Did you take a lot of, well, tell me actually about some of the general ed classes that you're taking now and how they're going.
Sure, I can do that. Everything's going really well except for in math. That's a problem for me. I am trying to improve in it, but math is really problematic for me to understand. But I'm trying to get help for my math.
Okay, I think that's a really good goal. What math class is it? Is it a 10-10 class?
Really, it's only just a freshman course for college. I have 3 credits already, or 16 credits, before I even fill out my application. I should have 16 credits. Yes. Right now, 20, but they're all basic. It's just basic. 10, 20, but it's
16
basic.
credit hours is a lot.
Yeah, that's true. But I decided to start the process before I even became a freshman because that would put a lot less stress on me.
That's understandable. So the goal then is video game designer. And you understand that math is a big part of that and that it's one of those challenges that you're going to have to meet at school. Are there other options that you've also explored that might be in the same area that you might like to do?
Yes. I'm not really sure because right now my focus has been on the one thing. I need to do a little more research on other options. If I can't find other options or other skills, well, I need to just kind of think about that some more. What are skills and options that I do have?
Okay, that's a really good plan. I'm glad that you kind of worked it out from the bottom all the way up to the top. And I think it's great to be thinking about some type of plan B that you can also do. Because I think most people when they go in and they do some type of training in college, they don't always end up staying with the thing that they choose first. Sometimes they find other things that they love to do while they're there. I know I did.
Yeah, I understand that. A lot of times people go to college and they switch what their major is. I know a lot of people say, though, that I've heard that you really need to be able to enjoy your work because you spend a lot of time doing that. So that's important. I do like the gaming idea and I like that profession.
Okay. Have you met with an academic advisor about what classes you'll need to take in order to get there?
Not yet. I haven't. I have contacted the school in order to get a schedule going for the game designer. I really need a computer. I've been told I need many other things as well, and that can be a little bit of a problem for me, the technology system at UVU. But at Gallaudet University, it might not be such a big problem. So I'm really kind of stuck on, what to do from there.
Okay, it sounds like you've done a lot of research into your goals and that there's some more research that you want to do, and maybe it would be helpful to talk more with the people at UVU about what they require so you make sure all the classes that you're taking count, and maybe you don't spend any time on classes that aren't going to be of any use to you. I really appreciate your passion. I can tell you like what you're doing or what you're headed for.
Right. It's really a problem sometimes with my grade, getting a good, decent passing grade. I'm going to need more support at UVU. They require all these different credits, and I might get more support at Gallaudet. It's really hard to explain, but I'm going to need patience to get through it.
Okay, and are you getting the accommodations that you need from the School Disability Resource Center?
You know, I have a good interpreter, but sometimes it's really hard when I'm needing to fill out paperwork to completely pay attention to the interpreter, because sometimes I have to look up at the board, so I'm kind of looking up and then down, up and then down. I know that it's important to have the notes and to pay attention to the interpreter, but sometimes that's a problem for me, and I believe it affects my grade, and it makes my grade worse than it should be. It's more simple for other people who can take advantage of being able to hear and write notes at the same time. It would be helpful if somebody could help me with that. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds rather frustrating. Have you talked to the Disability Resource Center about if you might qualify for a note taker?
No, I haven't done that yet. I need to. I know I shouldn't be procrastinating on these things.
Okay. Sounds like you're on your path, on your way, getting started. You want to go collect some more information about the future with UVU, and also checking in with the Disability Resource Center to make sure that you get the accommodations that you need to be successful. what we try to do with each client is help them pick a job goal. And that's the very first step. And it sounds like you had that part. And then once we have the job goal, we look at having you do some research to make sure that it's the best choice and that it's going to be a match of your interests and your abilities, and also that it's going to match the job market once you get out. So one of the things you're going to be looking at, for example, with video game designer, is there are a lot of people who want to do that right now. So you want to make sure that when you go through a program, that there's going to be a job waiting for you when you get done or finished. And I know that, I don't know if you're in the research stage still or if we're helping you with school. Which part, where are you at with your book rehab process? What are you doing with your counselor?
This semester, I really haven't started on much of anything just yet because I haven't paid for this semester yet. I've sent an email explaining the classes that I want to start. I've tried to ask about, financial aid. Again, it's not good for me to procrastinate. But I am lucky that I have a friend that was able to give me some books and some of their older books, so I'm able to save a little money that way.
Okay, so sounds like it's been a process to get to the point that you're at now. Because you were in the research phase and now you've got a plan and you're just waiting to put it into action next semester.
Yeah, right now I think I have decided on UVU. I know I have other options. Um,
All right, so it sounds like what you and your counselor are doing right now is kind of making the path that you're going to be following in order to get to that end goal. And I know that a lot of clients are frustrated when they find that someone else is getting something and that they can't get something, and they're getting something that somebody else isn't getting. And it's all based on you. You are unique. Nobody else is like you. Nobody has the same needs. No one has maybe even the same interests. And all of these things that make you is the reason that voc rehab services are individualized. It's all about you. So I don't know if that helped explain the process any more to you. Do you have further questions?
I understand everything pretty clearly. I understand everything pretty clearly. I understand what I need to do. I really don't have any questions at this time.
Okay, it sounds like maybe we can make a follow-up appointment to finish our job development and maybe talk about what you might find it when you meet with an advisor at UVU. Is that okay if we end for today and schedule a follow-up?